Hey everybody at New Denver Church, it's Norton and Emily here. We just wanted to take a minute to talk to you about what's coming up as we enter the new year. As you know, we don't have church today, Sunday the 27th, because we take the last Sunday off every year. But we are super excited about 2021 for lots of reasons, right? But we wanted to tell you a little bit about a new series we're going to kick off. Next Sunday morning at 9 a.m., we'll start back to our normal service schedule then. We'll be online if that changes, and we can come back to in-person sometime in the future. We'll keep you updated on that. But we're going to kick off a new series, and Emily Schultz is going to be leading us through the series. So Emily, tell us a little bit about how we came up with the series that we're going to be doing when we start the new year.
Yeah. Hey, guys. So we talked a while back about what we wanted to preach on in 2021, and this was just a little bit of our thought process. So first, we wanted to do something that would be really fun. And not that Leviticus wasn't super fun, but we wanted to do something a little bit different.
I thought it was fun, but...
Yes, you did. So we just wanted something that would be fun and practical and life-giving as a way to kick off a new year and kind of reward ourselves for surviving 2020. That was the first criteria. And then we thought it'd be good to do something that engaged the heart. So if you are a head person and you love learning about ancient cultures and customs and wrestling through the hard, weird parts of the Bible, then you probably did love Leviticus and thought it was really fun. If you were struggling and just barely hanging on through the blood and guts and animal sacrifices, if you're more of a heart person and like the world of feelings and emotions, then we wanted to do something for you this time. And then finally, we wanted to do something that would just provide a good reset in an important area. And so we just thought with the new year, January, it's such a good time to refocus, reset on what's important. And we asked the question, if we could refocus on one area, or if we had a big button and we could just push the reset button and have a clean, fresh slate in one area of life and just do something totally different in 2021 that would make our lives so much better, what would that be? So we thought through all that and landed on...
Revelation!
Relationships.
Okay,
We landed
not
on
revelation.
relationships.
Relationships, yeah.
So we're going to be in this series called The 5 Love Languages, and we're super excited. You may have heard of The 5 Love Languages. You may have read the book. I mean, this stuff has been out for like 30 years at this point.
Yeah.
If you've never heard of it, that's fine too. We'll be starting at an entry level, but really the point of this series is to figure out how do we best receive love from other people, and how do we, in our default mode, give love to other people. And then how can we better love those who are closest to us? So this series is about relationships with all the most important people in your life. So whether that's family, friends, roommates, coworkers, your neighbors, whoever it is that you spend the most time with and interact with on a daily or maybe a weekly basis, we want you to be able to love those people better. We know that we need more love in this world. I mean, if 2020 has taught us anything through a global pandemic and this bubbling up to the surface of deep-seated issues in our country of systemic racism and injustice, and then this vicious election cycle, I mean, we just see over and over people crying out to be loved and for people to be more loving. And I don't think I need to convince you that as followers of Jesus and the people of God, we are called to be the most loving people in the whole wide world. But I think that a lot of times we want to be more loving, and of course we want to receive love ourselves, but we don't always know how. We sometimes just keep love in this like theoretical feelings world, and this series is actually a lot less about feelings and a lot more about actions. So get ready, buckle up. We are going to dive in on January 3rd.
6 weeks, right?
6 weeks.
It's going to be a lot of fun. And then one other thing that's really important about this series is we're kicking off new D groups with this series. So we usually wait and start D groups a little bit later in the year, but we're starting D groups the first week of January. They're going to be slightly different this year, or at least this season. We're going to do groups a little bit shorter, about 5 or 6 weeks. And some of the groups are going to go along with this sermon series, correct?
Right. So all the groups this spring are online. We'll offer, these ones in January, and then we'll offer some more in March and in April a little later. They'll all be super short, so you can jump into one. You can jump into one each time. But the ones starting in January, we'll have a few groups that are specifically for couples. So love languages, we love it because it's applicable to absolutely everybody, and it just focuses on whoever's important in your life. But if you're married or engaged or seriously dating, then your partner is a pretty important person in your life, and we think that using this tool in that relationship will be super important and super helpful. So if you are part of a couple, then you need to sign up for one of the Love Languages D groups now, like today. They are filling up fast. You can sign up on newdenver.org/D groups. And it's really less of a discussion group and more of a marriage experiment. A relationship experiment. So you'll be doing some things with your partner or your spouse each of the 6 weeks, and then the group is just to come together and talk about it, encourage one another, hold each other accountable in your marriage experiment. So great way to kick off 2021 if you're in a couple. And then if you're not in a couple, we have another group that is open to absolutely anybody. Abby Noble is leading it. It's based on the Bible Project and is going to be really, really great as well. So sign up today.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We hope you'll go sign up, newdenver.org/D groups. You can go there in the next couple of days, sign up for one of those groups, and then we will see you back online next Sunday at 9 a.m. Hope you have a great rest of your holidays, and we'll see you soon.
Happy New Year.